Troy LeCastro. We are down in downtown Buffalo as the NHL Combine goes on through the rest of the week, Saturday to be exact. And we got Carter Gauthier over here. He was nice enough to take time out of his day to come open some cards with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, absolute pleasure. So how's your time in Buffalo been so far?
Yeah, it's been a great experience. You know, it's a great city. Looking out these windows, you got great views. So I'm excited to be here with all old friends and teammates of mine.
Nice. So, without further ado, the folks over at Hit Parade, as you can see, we got a little branding here and our trusty cutter.
Nice.
They gave us their product. It is Hit Parade The Rookies Graded Hockey Edition. This is Series 8. So 10 boxes in here.
Sweet.
We'll go ahead and open them up.
Let's do it.
I'll do a little rip and then I'll have you kind of do the reveal and we'll talk about it and see what we get, right?
Let's do it.
All right. Here's the box. I'll show that on our other camera. Graded edition. I like to go from the bottom.
Okay.
Because you got to shimmy these things out and sometimes they're not as cooperative as they probably should be.
Right on.
Right? So we'll see how we do here. Really pack them in tight. So what's the week been like for you so far? Busy schedule, man. Have you had time to kind of?
Yeah. It hasn't been too bad. I had about 16 interviews, so it's not an overload schedule. I'm just glad to be here. It's something you look forward to growing up. It's just excited to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So growing up, obviously big hockey fan. Who was your team growing up?
Yeah, so in the desert, it actually wasn't the Coyotes. It was
Really?
the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, I love watching Sidney Crosby as a young kid, and it followed with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, and then the time you were growing up, they were actually just getting hot.
They were, yeah.
You know?
It was pretty cool to watch them win back-to-back Stanley Cups. Being such a big fan too.
Yeah, it must have been nice. Here in Buffalo, we're still awaiting the Stanley Cup, so you got to see through it.
I'm sure it'll come one day.
All right, so we'll start with box 74 of 100 here.
Okay.
You can see our nice reflection there.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So here we got it sealed twice here. So we'll cut there, and there, and then little one here.
Chuck her open.
Chuck her open. We'll slide her open, and then I'm gonna let you take it from here. So just pop her open.
Yeah, we'll see what we got.
Yeah, let's see who we got. Hopefully I did a good enough job.
We got Alexis Lafreniere.
Come on, Laffy, right off the rip there.
First overall pick, I believe it was 2020. Pretty fun watching him on TV, and he's had some pretty good playoff series so far.
Yeah, what'd you think of the game last night?
Yeah, it was an exciting game. I went to bed a little earlier, had an early wake up, but I got to watch the first two periods, and he was pretty well. It was a fun game, high scoring. It's something you don't really see too often in playoff hockey.
Yeah, no, usually I feel like it's a gritty, nice 2-1,
Exactly,
3-2, right?
yeah.
3-1. But yeah, that was an absolute blast, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need, obviously that Edmonton and Avs series is pretty wild too.
Yeah, that was a fun series for sure.
So we'll see who's gonna. I don't know who do you think is gonna take it in that battle of McKinnon and McDavid?
I don't know. I think the Avs had a little more experience with it, and I think they'll take it. But McDavid and Draisaitl are having some crazy good playoff series right now, so it'll be good to see if they make it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, up next, let's see who we got here. Oh, it's a little stuck there.
A little stock?
A little stuck, but we'll get her open.
Oh yeah, you guys see. Look,
Yeah,
you're a pro.
No worries at all.
This guy gets it.
We got Aaron Ekblad.
Wow.
One of the big leaders, big guns on the Florida Panthers run this year. They had a great series. It was fun to watch them play. Definitely down south team.
Look at that flex on that stick too,
yeah. It must be 60 or something. He's leaning into that thing big time.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Interesting note about this one too. It's actually a black label, which are super tough.
Oh, really?
So the VGS back it usually comes out like if it's a 10, it'll be gold up there.
Okay.
But like the black label is like this hard,
pretty cool too.
literally considered like perfect.
Really?
Perfect.
That's
so
cool.
that's like a perfect card.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad we pulled that today. There you go.
So how are you gonna feel when you finally appear on a Young Guns yourself?
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's something that follows along with the course, and I think it's something that's pretty exciting. Especially as a young one's career. continues to proceed. I'm just looking forward to something pretty cool like that.
Now, did you yourself, like, did you collect growing up some hockey cards? Or?
Yeah. With my dad playing pro, I'd always try to pull him, whether it was in a card pack or whatever it may be. So I have this big binder. I'm sure I still have today under my bed. That's collecting dust right now, but I've got some nice cards in there, and it's always fun to go look back and see who you got.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm not mistaken, you, because of where your dad was playing at the time, you were actually born in Sweden.
I was, yeah. He played in the Swedish Elite League over in Skellefteå there, and that's where myself and my younger sister were born. So it's a pretty cool spot to be born and kind of pursue your dreams.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go ahead and reveal the next one.
Third one on the day. Let's see who we got. Oh, we got a dual brothers here, eh? Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes. Pretty cool. They both play at USA. I actually talked to both of them before coming out here in the gym. So both great guys, and excited to see what they do in their future careers.
Yeah. Now, did you have any good advice from them or anything, or you guys just kind of shooting the breeze? Just
yeah, shooting the breeze. I was talking to Jack actually about the combine. He didn't go to the combine because of whatever it was back in the day.
Yeah.
But he was just telling me to be myself, do what I do best. It was a pretty good conversation after such a young stud like himself.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, the brothers, yeah, they're tearing it up right now, both for their respective teams.
Exactly.
So that's huge. So I gotta say, I got to admire the head of lettuce you got. I'm not gonna lie, that's some good flow.
Thank you.
That you got going right now.
Thank you.
So, if you're looking at the league now, past, present, who's got some of the best lettuce in the league? You think?
Yeah, I think a young one, Austin Matthews for sure. He's got a full head of hair, and it's curly too, and it looks good in his helmet. He's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's a great player himself too.
Oh yeah, coming off a career year too, right?
Yeah, 60 goals. Last time it was Stan Coles back in, can't remember what year it was, but
it was early on in his career.
It was, yeah. All right, let's see who we got here.
He's got that nice muzzy too.
He does. He's got the
pencil stash.
Yeah. He shaved it for that one good cause, but it's still back.
Right.
Oh, we got an old beauty. Sergei Fedorov.
Fedorov with the score.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
It's a little before you were born,
Yeah,
right?
before I was born, but part of the Russian Five. I think I saw a documentary on them. It was a fun documentary to see, and he was a big part of that Big Five team. That's awesome.
So it sounds like you're a student of the game.
Yeah, I'd say I'm a hockey nerd for sure.
Yeah.
Whether it's playing against team kids, knowing their flex, their stick, where they're going, I kind of know what's going on at all times, and I think that helps on the ice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's huge. So, besides, I know before we turned the camera on, you and I were talking how you're a big Crosby guy.
I was, yeah.
But, besides that, do you have some other players that you kind of studied growing up that you would say you kind of modeled your game after or would like to?
Yeah, I think Shane Doan, being from Arizona and being such a legend he is, whether it's watching him on TV or seeing him in person, it was definitely someone I like to model my game after. Such a legend in Arizona as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see
Nice one here.
Yeah.
Big reveal.
Mark Recchi. I think that's how you
Mark
pronounce it.
Recchi?
Recchi, right?
Yeah, look at him.
Wow.
So we are getting some old school guys. I told him before we came on, I'm like, we're going to get people and that, but I guess we're throwing in some old ones.
That's not bad at all. Pittsburgh Penguins, one of my favorite teams growing up, so it's pretty cool to see a legend like that.
What, big Penguins guy, what was your favorite jersey?
Jersey? I'd just have to say, I think it was 06-07 Winter Classic jerseys, those baby blue ones.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Those are always fun to watch them playing that, especially such a legendary performance by Simply Kid during that game too in the shootout.
Oh yeah, they beat the Sabres during that, didn't they?
Yeah. It was a fun game. It was fun to watch.
Yeah. Now, have you yourself been a part of any outdoor games or anything like that?
Yeah, we actually played on Ford Field on my Honeybake team growing up.
Really?
We played the Chicago Mission team. It was a fun time, playing in front of. It wasn't many people at the time, but playing on the football field, on an ice hockey rink, was something pretty cool to do at such a young age.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, that's an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, for sure.
That's a good time.
Of course. I think we're on 6 here. Let's see what we got in our roll gun.
I think so.
We got hometown hero. Some people might like him, some people might not. You know, Jack Eichel.
Wow.
Yeah, so look at him right there, rookie card too. But he went to BU, so I'm not too big of a fan of his school choice with me going to BC. But yeah, you know, he's a stud and he's doing in the league.
So how'd you land on BC? What kind of went into the decision process there?
Yeah, I think just the coaches, you know, they're so professional and so nice to me over the, my recruiting process. And, you know, after reaching out to them and seeing their campus in person, you know, it was honestly blowing me away. And it's, the mix between the hockey and history and the academics is second to none. So it's definitely an organization I'd love to be a part of, and that's why I'm committed there.
Yeah, amazing. That's an exciting time.
It is,
sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it.
Now back to Eichel too. I'm just curious, you know. We saw what happened when he went over to Vegas.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
obviously not the greatest outcome. You know, missed the playoffs. But you know, what do you think we see from him next year?
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a comeback year. He was out a long time through injury.
Yeah.
I believe it was his knee, and I actually got to see him train a couple of times down in Plymouth, Michigan. And it was pretty cool to see how professional he was. So I think he's gonna have a bounce back year coming from an injury.
Great.
Yeah.
I think so too. I mean, someone like that, I feel like you can't keep down for too long.
Exactly.
You know, he'll bounce back for sure.
Yeah. Another old gun here. We got Ed Belfour?
Ed Belfour.
That's how you say it, right?
Yeah. No, you're doing great. That's perfect.
Look at those set of pads, eh? Those are some old ones.
How about that helmet too?
That is an old helmet. Look at that cage. It's bigger than the helmet itself.
Dude, yeah, it's a nice
good to
bird
see.
cage right there.
Yeah, honestly.
I feel like it was like him and the Dominator used to have that.
It looks like it, yeah. It's got like a kitchen muffin or whatever it is as a blocker too, but whatever worked back in the day to help him. So
Yeah, right?
that's
I mean,
awesome.
guy is a legend, so he must have been doing something
He must
right
have
with
been
that
doing
equipment.
something. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, yeah, it's amazing how advanced the equipment is.
Yeah,
now,
it's crazy.
You know?
Yeah. Whether it's Bauer or CCM or whatever respective brand, you know, it's crazy how ahead of time it is now and all the technology that goes into it.
Yeah. All right, well, we got 3 left. We're getting kind of down to the wire here. What do you think so far?
I think it's pretty good. We got a couple old guns, we got a couple young ones, so it's a good experience overall.
Absolutely. Yeah, Hit Parade, they're usually loading up the products, you know, with some fun stuff. Like if it's not top guys, you're absolutely still gonna see like just some fun names in general, you know.
Yeah, it's a fun time for sure.
All right.
This one out. Yeah, it's already sliding off.
Perfect. That means I cut it good this
There
time.
you go. Ryan O'Reilly
Oh.
on the Avs. Look at that one. That's a little bit of an old school. Look at that Bauer twig he's got.
Which I forget about some stuff like you know, I forget
Yeah,
O'Reilly on the Avs. You know, it's like it seems like such a long time
it
ago.
does. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know he played on the Avs. This is my first time seeing him in an Avs uniform. That's actually crazy.
You hear that? First time?
Yeah, first time
seeing O'Reilly in an Avs uniform. First time for everything.
Yeah, honestly, that's great to see.
That's perfect.
Awesome.
Love that.
Yeah.
Is there any other players like growing up, like you calling yourself, not me, yourself a hockey nerd?
Yeah.
You know, is there anybody that you're like, oh man, I totally forgot he even played for that team or like in that uniform?
I mean, I'm sure there's a couple, none off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Whitney. I think he was kind of all over the place, and I think he ended off his career with the Coyotes. And it was always fun watching him play. You know, the Gila Arena down there, and it was always a fun time.
Which is true. So like speaking of Whitney, so in like growing up in the desert, so
Yeah.
you got a little bit of the Spinning Chiclet boys down there too, because like Biz too, right?
Yeah, Paul Biznett. Yeah, I think I bought one of his merch when it first came out. So it was pretty cool to see how well he's doing right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's such an electric personality.
Yeah, he's got a great time. He always has a fun time, whether it's on the podcast or on NHL Network. He's always laughing and cracking a smile.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see, second to last package. Hopefully pull someone good. Taylor Hall.
I almost thought that was gonna be McDavid.
Oh,
I saw the colors and I was like, oh.
almost. I mean, another first overall pick. He's doing pretty well there. He's had a great year so far in Boston. It's fun to see them have a great run, especially against Carolina.
Yeah. Well, remember that run of years there too, where they had him,
Yeah.
Nugent Hopkins, and I think Yakupov. They had
All
the three.
first overall. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, Edmonton's got a lot of young talent, and I wouldn't be surprised if they won a Stanley Cup in the years to come.
Oh yeah, I mean they've looked good this playoffs. I mean I feel like back against the wall.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I would have thought too at the beginning of the season. And this outstanding performance by McDavid and Draisaitl, it's really fun to watch.
I'm interested to see if Mike Smith gets exposed though.
He might. I'm not too sure. I actually known him when he lived down in Arizona when he played on the Coyotes.
Yeah.
My dad would do goalie skates for him, so it was pretty cool how the relationship lasted and how well he's doing in the NHL right now. So it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. A great year for him, and
Yeah.
like to be able to go so far. So obviously, hopeful for continued success there.
Exactly.
All right, last one.
Last package of the day.
See
Let's
what
see
we
who
got.
we got. Hopefully someone special. We got a young gun, Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah, that's a good one to end off on.
It is. Brothers with Brady. He skated with us a couple times this year at the U.S. National Program. So it's pretty cool to see how him in the stand selling with all those beers. I think it was Budweiser. It looked like he was having a good time. So
Every pocket was filled. There's
Every
not
pocket,
one
yeah.
pocket that was empty.
it's awesome to show that support, especially to a brother who's also in the NHL and who also had a really good year this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good way to end off.
That is. I think that's a nice way to cap it off. That's a great way to say it. So, Cutter, I really appreciate you taking your time out of the day. Did you have a good time?
I did. This is something I haven't done before, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your time in Buffalo. For us, make sure you are following, liking, subscribing to the comment, any of that stuff. And we'll see you next time.
Take
Thanks.
care, guys.